This Ma'am Marie Dayan Mansada, a graduate of BA Behavioral Sciences at University of the Philippines, Manila, and directly pursued PhD Developmental Psychology at University of the Philippines, Diliman, and obtained MA Psychology. The purpose of this interview is to acquire knowledge and information about becoming a successful individual.
How long have you been in this field?
As a faculty member since November 2006. So that's 7 years.
So, what has led you to your choice of career?
I think my teachers also influenced me. So they inspired me to become a teacher. And I think I wanted to be part also of how I learned and how I learned it to students.
So, what are the things to consider in choosing being a professor as your profession?
Things I consider when my ability to study and ability to study because teaching it doesn't stop with the knowledge that I learned in college. So I need to continue studying. I also need to consider my ability to deal with students. So I specifically chose not to teach preschool because I know I can't handle kids. I wanted college because I wanted probably a higher form of cognitive reasoning, probably a more complex way of thinking about things. So I realized I wanted to be with college students, and I think these are the things I consider.
What are some of the greatest trials that have encountered along the journey?
One, I started young, I think, because I'm not sure if I really started young because I started after 2 years in after 2 years graduating college. So I was then in my third year in graduate school, which usually people in graduate school come after they work a good amount of time or a good period of time. And I went to graduate school right after college. So relatively I was young where I applied for. Actually, UP Pampanga was where I entered first as a faculty member. That's first. Second, I think is my ability to be a faculty or a professor who would not be bookish as I came from undergrad and most of my experiences were related to graduate school, undergrad. So like the challenge for me then was to ensure that what I teach is not simply me representing the textbook or references, but also sharing my own experiences with these concepts. So I think the 2 years that I was in an NGO helped at least for input, specifically in the field of specialization, which is with child development. So that's second. Third would be where to teach. People say that if you teach in UP, it's hard to teach somewhere else. Whereas if you teach somewhere else, then you teach at UP, then it's going to be easier. I don't know if it's about the stereotype cognitive abilities. So, well, I think opportunity provided me to start teaching in UP. So, I think that trial was overcome. Probably a fourth trial would be salary wise. Of course, we practically need to earn, and people around me are telling that if your intent is to earn income, then definitely teaching is not one of the top professions. So I don't know, maybe it's calling, it's not really an income generating profession, but it's what I wanted to do. It's a career that I wanted to be involved in. So I think,
Do you find yourself successful, and what's your definition of a successful person?
yeah, so when you invited me for this interview, I was thinking of what success is actually. because I think personally as a milestone, comparing myself with psychologists who are actually licensed and I'm not yet doing anything to apply for my license. So if in the context success is to be measured, then I don't find myself successful. But I think in the choice of career that I went into teaching, I think I would define success as seeing that my students are successful in their field. Given that I've been teaching since 2006, then definitely I had students already graduated, and I see that they're really successful. And what what touched me is when they go back and said and report that their success, uh, part of it was because of me, then I think that's gonna be one great measure of my success. That in the first place, I went into this career to reach out to students, maybe not just cognitively, maybe life lessons, touching hearts, touching lives. And if I was able to do that, then I think I'm successful. At least that's how they feedback to me.
Are you contented with what you have reached as of this time?
Well, being contented to me is about being satisfied with where you are. But it doesn't mean that I won't hope for more. I will strive for more. As a teacher, as a faculty, as a professor, I wanted also to bring that in the context of me as a mother. So I think being successful doesn't stop with where I am or where anyone would be, but would want to develop myself more, would want to interact with more people so that I can also learn from them. Probably attend conferences as faculty members are required to do so, publish papers so that my imparting of knowledge and probably learning of it doesn't end with the classroom, but also with journals who can be or which can actually reach several people if it's published online. Probably doing further studies that would help the field of child psychology, specifically in the Philippines. So I think if contentment is to be defined as I'm satisfied where I am right now, maybe not. I wanted to do more, and I think I'm even starting. I'm just starting, at least in the field of psychology as a profession. But psychology as a teacher, I think, I think I need to continue developing myself.
As you have said, being a professor has a lot of responsibilities. How do you manage all your duties and your work?
I think for the longest time, if I can claim it's the longest time, if once I see it as a work, that it's compensated, there's a corresponding amount for it, time is to be fixed for this class, this time, this amount of load, this amount of labor, I think I would easily get tired and I won't survive and sustain this life, if I may call it. So I think all these challenges, all these weighing and prioritizing of things is about remembering that I'm doing it for passion. So I think with passion it allows me to put things in order that despite being toxic, students also have their hell being toxic, being hell mad, hell said. We also have that, and it's normal. So I think what we just needed to just remind ourselves, specifically me, remind myself that I'm not doing it to just show off, to just, do my job. But I'm doing it because I know I make a difference. And I hope that it comes across.
How do you manage your work and your social or family life?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think it's interesting because my friends, although they're not teachers, but some are teachers, whenever we have get together, we actually are able to share insights and experiences that we can bring when we go back to our professions. So that's one. Second, thank you to technology, we are able to communicate, get in touch, have simple calls of hi, hello, I love you, I miss you. I don't know, maybe, I don't know if it's age, but despite the lack of obvious communication, we just know that um, we are together, we are in contact. I seldom go out. Maybe it's just because the characteristic of my friends is not that type. We simply meet, we simply just stay together. As for my family, well, I'm a devout Catholic, so we make sure that we go to mass every weekend. I spend time with my kids on weekends. I tell myself weekend is no work day. So no matter how much I need to do for checking, I don't, to ensure that Saturday and Sunday are really for my kids. I still put them to sleep. So yeah. At times I can't avoid but bring homework. But whenever I remind myself that I'm also someone else, not just a teacher, then I try to shift roles and make sure that I also perform them, especially for my kids.
What is the most fulfilling phase in your career?
Fulfilling phase. I I I find this specific semester with a group of students in UP Manila. It's a summer class, so it's not a regular semester. And there were 16 students. Usually, for a class to be pushed through and not be dissolved, it needed 20 students. So the class is almost dissolvable, as we call it. Now, they talk to me. They heard feedbacks that students who attend my class really do well and they enjoy my class. So they're really pushing to ensure that the class won't be solved. So I gave them advice, I gave them things how technical procedures can actually spare the class to be solved. So they did. They post in the UPM files. They called everyone who wished to enroll to please enroll. And surprisingly, most of the students who wanted to enroll in that SEM are cross-registrants. I had students from UP Baguio, UP Mindanao, UP Visayas, UP Los Baños. So they placed that as one of the reasons why they wanted to push through and hope that the class won't be dissolved. So the class wasn't dissolved. Now that class became really like a family that meets every day, as it is a summer class. And the experiences I think that we went through with that class did not only change their lives. It's a class, it is like Psych 101, only it's applied to life, so it's more personal, sharing and experiential. I think that that summer wasn't just about for them. I think it was also a transformation for me as a person. And there are several things that changed in me as it did change in them. For my part, I was able to decide on major things of my life. For my students, they shifted to the courses that they really wanted to, fought for it in front of their families, and they're now successful after pushing through and going on with what they have decided based on the class that we had. So I think the greatest influence that I did and shared happened in that SEM, that I felt that indeed teaching is not just about academics. Teaching is about touching lives, changing lives, probably, hopefully, and changing the world.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it was the most ideal semester ever. Yeah.
For the last question, what is your advice to students if they choose their career someday?
Okay. Well, I did not really see myself back then to be a teacher. But as a kid, it was one of my major plays. Turuan. So we had a blackboard and all. But I never imagined I wanted to be a doctor. But in fourth year college, I told myself, after graduation, I told myself I will teach after 2 years, which happened. It was in the map. It was in the journey. It was in the time plan. Advice. I think you guys need to enjoy every single moment in your college life, because each day that you will have will be a window to what you want to be in the future. It's not something actually, no matter how much we plan, if in the end something changes, then be open to the possibility that it might be presenting itself in front of us, in front of you. Take risks. Sometimes security blankets hinder us from taking that adventure, that mystery. But then I think always ensure that you have your support of the family. I think the role of my family was important then because they realized that it was my passion and they supported it, no matter how it is not contributing to income. Regardless, they were there, they supported it, and yeah, I guess I'm not one of those people who were told you should do this, you should do that. They allowed me to spread my wings and fly. And so I did. So,
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for letting me have a bit of your time.
thank you also.
Thank you for letting me hear your thoughts and opinions.